Hawaii, the tropical pinnacle of the earth that welcomes over 7 million tourists a year by its alluring, mild, year-long weather and unique activities special to the islands. It is also one of the world's beautiful natural microcosms, formed by ancient volcanoes millions of years old. This isolated island serves as a home to many, including the Hawksbill sea turtle.
Soaring over the vast tropical coastline, we see many aquatic species. Large, small, mobile, and immobile. With a closer look, we're able to see the majestic hawksbill turtle, also known as the hanuea, an endangered species of the island of Hawaii.
The hawksbill sea turtle inhabits the warm, coastal waters of Hawaii in and around the vibrant coral reefs and rocky shores. These reptiles make their nests on the sandy beaches during mating season every 2 to 4 years, but otherwise spend most of its time gliding about underwater.
The Hawaiian ecosystem is brimming with organisms that all work together to sustain life. It consists of various chordata, cnidara, mollusca, annelida, porifera, echinodermata, and arthropods. With all these organisms living in this one ecosystem, it is easy to see how the limited amount of space in the reefs and coasts is limiting to all life, including the turtles. Another major limiting factor to the creatures that live here are the rough, tidal waves and storms that occur. They easily wash out reefs and uproot plants and habitats such as these.
One limiting factor to the hawksbill is the hatch and survival success rate of their offspring. Only 5% of the hatched eggs make it to the ocean because of predation, such as crabs, birds, and other animals. To try and avoid such problems, mother turtles dig their nests in the sand so that the eggs are not picked on and eaten even before they are hatched. The most significant limiting factor to these turtles, however, are humans. By using large, unethical fishing nets, they are prone to getting trapped as bycatch and often meet their demise here. Turtles are also poached for their leather and shells used for jewelry and cosmetics.
However, the hawksbill is also very successful because of its many adaptations. These include a pointed beak to allow it to reach in small cracks and crevices to get its food, powerful flippers optimized for swimming quickly in the water, and a shell to hide and protect itself from predators. One drawback to the adaptations is when on land, because its flippers were not made to walk, it is very clumsy, not good at escaping predators.
The hawksbill sea turtle's main food source, the sea sponge, is immobile and can't directly escape from predation. However, it has clever adaptations that allow it to avoid being eaten. For example, because it was being consumed so frequently, it began growing in crevices and areas that were not easily accessible by its predators. It also developed spike-like figures that made predators think twice before taking a nibble out of these guys.
Because of the unique adaptations of both of these organisms, they have co-evolved to keep up with their basic needs. Since the sea sponges were being preyed on, they moved to a less accessible place. Then the turtles evolved their mouths to reach those places. And after that, the sponges began growing spikes, and the turtles' mouths adapted to be able to eat them anyway by becoming harder.
The ecosystem has applied pressure to these two organisms by making it more difficult to survive. One way it has done this is due to the acidification of the ocean. By adding more carbon dioxide to the water, the plankton that the sponges feed on is gradually diminishing, and because the food for the sponges is disappearing, so are the sea sponges, which leaves much less food for the turtles.
The symbiotic organism that has evolved right alongside the sea sponge and the hawksbill sea turtle is the yellow tang reef fish, because it feeds off the algae and epipont that grows on the turtle's back and is out of the protected habitat of the anemones and little caves. It must assure it won't be eaten. One of the ways it does this is by alerting potential predators of its toxicity by having bright yellow scales.
The yellow tang has been successful in their niche because of its adaptations. It has a long snout to grab its food better, small spikes on its tail for defense purposes, and also to anchor itself to coral while sleeping so it doesn't drift off with a current. Another reason for this reef fish's success is its ability to feed off the turtle. It is very efficient for them because they do not have to go searching for food, and they can rely on the turtle for constant source of nutrition. This is also beneficial for the hawksbill because it's being cleaned and maintained by the fish. This represents a mutualistic symbiotic relationship.
In the next 1 million years, it is pretty evident how the species that Hawaiians call the Hanuea will end up. It is currently in a state of critical endangerment, and the way that events are unfolding right now is abysmal. Human interaction with the hawksbill is very dangerous despite the many efforts in saving it. The amount of turtles caught in nets and trash left out in the sea is astounding. Many times, this calls for the death of the turtle.
As acidification of the ocean unfolds due to our massive pollution, the turtle's food supply will dwindle, and so will the numbers of the turtle. Climate change's effect and the unusual weather patterns causing storms will also affect the habitat of the turtle negatively. In the event of another mass extinction event, the likelihood of this turtle species surviving is extraordinarily low if they aren't extinct by the time that this happens. A very sad fate, however, this is a likely situation.
Unfortunately, humans must stop their current destructive ways in order to save the Hanuea or hawksbill turtles, and many organizations are doing this already. The world is our only home, and we must share it with these precious creatures.